What's going on, YouTube? This is Danny back again at the Cornercade, and today, guys, we're gonna take a look at the Neo Geo MVSX home arcade by Unico. Recently, I put up a poll to see if I should even bring this to the Cornercade, and it won 80% out of 20% yes to bring it to the Cornercade. There was over 100 votes, so I do thank again everybody for voting, and I'm so glad it won. And I'm going to get into all the specifics as to why. There are some positives to this cabinet and some negatives, so let's get into it. Just starting up at the top, we're going to have a nice form factor build with that MDF up top, and that MDF is going to lock in this beautiful highly printed detailed marquee. And this is one, guys, that you will not have to replace if you end up getting this cabinet. Absolutely stunning. So coming over to the side art, we're gonna have the MVSX, SNK, Neo Geo, Unico logos. And guys, as you see that seam right here, this is a bar top arcade on a pedestal on a riser. So as you can see right here, this is all three pieces, a little bit different than an arcade 1-up, but that bar top is going to rest on this pedestal here. Not too much going on the sides, and it's going to hit that riser. I do really appreciate, much like the arcade 1-up deluxes, these screw cap covers. Those are looking really nice. There are a lot of screws in this thing, so when you do step back, you can hardly notice them. Come on the other side, it's going to be the same thing. Coming to the 17-inch screen here, the monitor is very nice. There is really no bad viewing angles to this, which is really cool. Coming to the control panel, the control panel is absolutely beautiful. Something that's a little bit different to me, being this like bar top first and 3/4 scale arcade second. But you're gonna get this premium volume switch, little dial there, followed by the game select, options back, player right start and player left start, and then they got the little digital counters there, kind of like the actual arcade had. The sticks feel like arcade 1-up sticks. Nothing new there. The buttons, however, these guys play a little bit better than an arcade 1-up. They just feel a little bit different when you're clicking them. I mean, maybe like a slight upgrade, but definitely a little bit better than an arcade 1-up, but still mushy. Still those cheap arcade buttons. But just a great looking control panel overall. It is like half the size of an arcade 1-up because it's like a bar top first. So this really does make an arcade 1-up control panel look so much bigger. But it's still really cool, still really comfortable. The ridge here doesn't really bother my hand at all. That's still pretty good. So it's still pretty comfortable, and I have big hands too, so I think it'd be alright for you guys as well. Going down to the molded fake coin door there. Again, this is a bar top first, so if you didn't buy the stand and pedestal and riser and you just went with this, they give you a coin door. It looks a little goofy and redundant when you have two of those on there, but you hardly notice it when you're standing in front of the machine. To the left and right of that are going to be the speakers. They are positioned in front of the cabinet instead of underneath the marquee there, which is a little bit different. The sound firing from them comes out kind of strange because it's coming like at your chest and waist level, as opposed to like, you know, up in your head kind of thing. So It's definitely different. I don't really like it. I would prefer the sound coming from underneath the marquee, but again, it doesn't sound bad. The speakers are really booming. They're pretty good. Going down to the pedestal here, you got the player left, player right. That's the real Neo Geo cabinet, and then you got this nice molded coin door. Looks really nice. And then we got the MVSX logo riser there with the screw cap covers, and that riser is adjustable. This is on its lowest setting. It does get really high. Even at its lowest setting though, kind of comparing it to Big Blue, it's almost as tall as Blue, just by a couple inches off. I want to say maybe like 5 inches. The control panel does, it is pretty high. It's about 42 inches off the ground. So if you're a short player, you might want to get a stool. The Killer Instinct Arcade 1-Up, for example, is like their highest, and I think it's at 40 inches. So it's gonna be a little bit taller than that. That's probably like my max height. I'm 6 foot. That would be comfortable playing. So this kind of maxes it out. Again, the form factor in this one is a little different, just because it's a bar top first on a pedestal. As you can see on the side here, it's gonna be like half the size of an Arcade 1-Up. Just to take like Big Blue in reference, it's like double the size. Boom, you can kind of see it there. So I guess that's like kind of like one complaint is like it's like really skinny. So the form factor is definitely different. It's something that I have to get used to. I would say the form factor is a little something I have to get used to, a little off, and the speakers there, how they're firing at you, and then that like fake little coin door we could do without, but that's not too bad. And even like the marquee, for example, that's like half the size of a 1-Up, just because it's like a bar top first. So something to think about if you guys are looking to pick this one up. Other than that, this is a really great cabinet. Just getting into the games here, there's 50 classic Neo Geo games. You are going to get all of the King of Fighters here, all the way up to 2003. And then you're going to get the Metal Slugs. I have never played Metal Slug, and Metal Slug is an absolute blast. So you're going to get a bunch of those. Samurai Showdown. Again, a lot of these Neo Geo games I have never played. That's kind of why I didn't own this cabinet to begin with. And I was kind of like, hey, let me take a poll and see if this thing's actually any good. So you get a whole bunch of classic Neo Geos in this one, which is really good bang for your buck at the end of the day. A couple sports titles here. This baseball game is really fun. Me and my wife played it. The football one's okay, but I still have to get more in depth with this. But Fatal Fury, I definitely heard of this, and the King of Fighters, so that's why it's kind of leaning towards this. These games are awesome. This is very fighting heavy, but that's okay. Love fighting games. And you're gonna get more of the classic arcade games here from Neo Geo. This does not cycle through, so you'll have to go all the way back if you want to. It's a minor inconvenience, but just as a heads up. Getting to the settings here, you can change the language, and then if you want it on the arcade mode or the console mode. And then there's a ton of scanline options, pixel scaling, so that's really cool that they give you this for each and every game. Also, you can save the game. There's 4 save slots for each game, which is really, really cool. That's something like Arcade 1-Up doesn't have, which is awesome. So it definitely gives you a lot of value there, and a lot of bang for your buck. I would say a lot of the positives here, guys. You get a lot of replay value with the 50 games. Of course, there is the high-low hack for that as well. If you guys follow my channel, I did get that. This video though is going to stick strictly on just the Neo Geo stock as itself. I will come out with a separate video for the high-low hack that adds even more value to this arcade. But right now, the 50 games, totally good. The marquee, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, that's a huge positive to this cabinet. The screen is beautiful, no washout. The buttons are an upgrade. I love those little ticket dialer things. That volume switch is very, very premium. It's very nice. And the coin door is great. Just, you know, with it being a bar top, the form factor is just a little bit different. It's a little bit taller, and the control deck is a little bit shorter, but it's definitely something that I'm getting used to. I've had this for a few days now, and I think it's great at the end of the day. Do I recommend this cab? Oh, hell yes. The MVSX from Neo Geo it's really fun. I mean, I don't have any nostalgia really for any of these games. I remember seeing this arcade cabinet at a couple local pizza joints way back in the day when I was a kid. So I was kind of familiar just watching the attract mode. Of course, I didn't have any money then, like most of us, and we just kind of like pretended to play. So it's really cool that I have an opportunity to have this cab now. I own it. It's in my home arcade, so it's definitely something worth picking up. I did score this on somewhat of a sale. It was like $40 off, and then if you add it to your cart, you'll get another $20 off, so it's $60 off. I don't see these really going on sale all that often, but again, the $60 off price point was pretty good. But yeah, I mean that's kind of everything in a nutshell for the MVSX here. It was a great pickup. I'm really glad that I listened to you guys in the community to pick this one up and add it to the home arcade. But guys, what are your thoughts at the end of the day? Do you have this MVSX Neo Geo in your home arcade? Did you take a hard pass on this just because of the form factor, or, you know, lack of nostalgia for the MVSX? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't. It always helps the channel grow for us. Leave a comment. I love the comments. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs, guys. That's our goal now, 1,000 subs, and we're trucking our way. Just got a little over here. I think we have 633 subs, so I really do appreciate all the support from me to you. But guys, yeah, tell us what you think below. This is Danny from the Corner Cake, guys, and we will see you guys in the next one.